Welcome back to the show. And in case you're just joining us, thanks for tuning in. Now, the 13th day of June was the International Albinism Day. And to celebrate this, we have two people who fall into that class. They're here to share with us their journey. In the words of Maya Angelou, people will may forget what you said to them, they may forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So they have established a foundation that is ensuring that people living with albino can experience some love and not stigma. I'm speaking about Onome Akinlolu Majaro of OAM Foundation. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome, Onome. And you have with us your friend Avwara Susie.
Yes, please.
Is it Avwara?
Yes, please.
All right,
Avwara.
thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay, first of all, let's go back to the 13th of June, International Albinism Day. Why was it there a day set up for celebration of
National Albinism Awareness Day?
Yes.
Because of the killings and the stereotypes and the misconceptions. So the UN set it up to protect the rights of persons living with albinism, basically.
Okay, so and how have we been celebrating here in Nigeria?
It's just 2 years. It was set up last year, so this is the second year. I celebrated it last year. I was actually on Wazobia FM last year, and this second year I'm here again.
On Wazobia TV.
Now, do you see yourself in a, because until you decided to do your campaign on social media, we knew obviously that we had albinos, people living with albinism here in Nigeria, but a lot of people perhaps didn't think it was worth starting a campaign for. What motivated you to doing that? Because we don't have killings in Nigeria as such for rituals, in terms of albinos. So why did you think it was important to start that campaign on social media?
Because I wanted to lend a voice. A lot of albinos complain that they are not loved or they don't get jobs. Families don't understand it. People kept complaining that, look, Onome, I will go for a job interview, and then from the moment I walk in, I know I won't get the job. People say rude things, people say I feel in jail, people can make rude, sly comments to you. And I had to tell the world that, look, we're humans. There are some things you shouldn't say to a person living with albinism. You shouldn't call me Afi. I know that Afi is albino, but we don't like it. It's very rude, it's very condescending. Give an example, please,
Yeah.
of what we go through.
Wow. How many? You could be with people, and then next thing, you're with them, same place, and you're like, I know if he born albino.
Wow.
God forbid.
They say that in front of
Yeah,
you.
they're like, God forbid, and I'm like, hello, allow me go.
Someone has actually asked me that, sorry, not to be rude, but do you guys die? Do you fall ill? Because I've never seen an albino obituary. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you're talking to a person. I went to the bank one day, and then this woman, she's very elderly. She's old enough to be my mom. She tapped her husband and said, look at her, Orisha. Orisha means small God. For the first time in my life, I felt bad because I'm like, and she said it and I heard it.
Wow.
I was going to ask you that question. Sorry, I'm just a bit more personal, if you don't mind us asking. But taking it back, when was the first time you discovered or you realized, you came to the consciousness that I'm a bit different from the next person? At what age and what was do you remember the incident that triggered this off to make you know that, okay, actually, I'm being treated differently, or I'm not the way that, person A or person B is being
I would like to
perceived?
hear from the both of you.
Okay, I think for me, it was from a very young age because my mom always sheltered me. I was always chauffeur-driven. I couldn't go out to play. I couldn't do anything. And I remember I would ask my mom, I want to play like my siblings. I want to go out and play.
Yeah.
And then she would go, no, you can't. And I couldn't understand why. She'd be like, the sun is not your friend. You can't go under the sun. You'll get skin cancer. I'm like, what is skin cancer? She tried and tried. So one day, I was in primary school. I went to Corona. I think I was in primary 3. And I kept on insisting that I want to be like my friends. I want to play like my friends. I want to attend match past. She was like, you know what? No problem. Then she let me, and I was as red as this chair. And then I understood why I was different. And then she said, look at your brother. Your brother's skin didn't change. Now look at your skin. Are you happy? And I said, no. She was like, you have sunburns. I said, yes. She was like, how do you feel? I said, Mommy, I feel hot. The next day, my skin started feeling. And then she explained, you are a goldfish. You have no hiding place. But my love, you can't go under the sun. I'm protecting you. I'm investing in you. And I understood it.
It's so emotional. Like, I have goosebumps as you're saying this. It just shows the role that your parents played in ensuring that your self-esteem was built up. Now, Susie, did you have similar experience?
Oh, of course I
with
did.
your parents? Were they very supportive?
Let me say yes, my mom. She was 100% and still is supportive. The day I actually realized that I was different from the rest was when we went to, I think we were going to the pool. And then they were like, Susie, come outside. After 5 minutes, they're like, we're just here now. They're like, come outside. You don't listen, come outside. And I bluntly refused to come out. And I stayed till like 3 hours in the pool. When I came out, I was feeling hot. I said, Mommy, the weather is hot. I said, are you sure the weather is hot or you are feeling hot? I said, the weather is hot. And by the time I got home at 6 p.m., were you that red? I can't even find in fact, my redness was
from the top to the bottom.
Everywhere, yeah, that was exposed. So imagine in the pool. So the rest was in the water. Then from here, my face and everything, my neck, and the next day, paused. Oh, no. That's when I realized that, okay, I understand.
Wow. Okay, this is really a very emotional and an eye-opening experience. Now, with regards to let's still go back a little to your childhood, your friends. How did your friends deal with it? How did you deal with it? Did you feel different from your friends? Were you around people that made you feel less of yourself? And if yes, how were you able to conquer this?
For me, I wasn't, maybe because of my upbringing at home. My mom called me all the names in the book. Afi, Yellow, MTN, Oyibo, Yellow Papa. So when I go out there and people go, oh, yeah, yellow, it wasn't a bad thing to me anymore because my mom raised me with those names. She would say, Onome, I want you to have a tough skin. It's good for you. When I was in secondary school, someone tried bullying me with, look at you, bloody albino. And I think I was in SS2. Imagine what it means for an SS2 girl to weep. And my mom was like, Onoms, are you not an albino? I said, yes. She said, so bloody albino is not an insult. You will say, yes, I know I'm an albino. Then I got into Unilag, oh my God. And then that was when I loved my complexion. Because Unilag people will be clapping. They'll be like, oh my God, Onome. If I don't go out with my umbrella, from shoulder in they will start shouting, Onome, you want to ruin your fine skin? Go back, go and get your umbrella. So in Unilag, I learned to. People accepted me more. I learned to love myself more. People will be like, oh my God, I love your complexion. How do you take care of yourself? That was fun for me.
That was interesting.
Yes.
That's fantastic. And you know, you, Susie, in terms of acceptance, in terms of friends and people in the environment, because it's one thing for your family members to love you unconditionally, but when you go out to the world, it's different.
I want you to understand and picture this scenario. I grew up, most of my life was in Ajigunle.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Alaya to be precise. So those of you that knows will understand what I'm trying to say. If it was about acceptance, I don't know if that was acceptance, but every time I leave the house from 8, Oyibo Pepe, Chuku Pepe, till where I get to. And when I come out from there again, so, you know, I started with a very tough environment. So it made me, and then after a while, when they are doing it, I'll be catwalking.
And you'll be singing and clapping.
And I'll be like, Pepe, Chuku, you know, because I looked at myself and excuse me, is it today? I beg you. But my friends and all, you know, they just saw me for maybe it was because of the environment where I stayed. I was even like goldfish now, superstar was the most different one there. So they really didn't, I wouldn't say I felt bad or anything, but as she said, we both went to Unilag.
Okay.
While growing up, it was, no.
So a lot better in Unilag.
It was better.
Education.
People would even stop and say,
role.
wow, please, my baby is little. What did you use for your skin? Do you eat salt? And I'm like, yeah, I do.
Okay, now I think we should talk about some facts and fiction that surround albinism. First of all, you've talked about, like you just mentioned, salt.
Yeah.
Is there anything that salt has to do with one being an albino? Because they say people that are albinos shouldn't eat salt.
I feel yeah. That's not true. We eat salt, we eat everything, we eat spicy food. Anything you can eat, I can eat. The main problem with albinos is you have to avoid the sun and insect bites. That's all. We can live a regular life and we can do everything and eat everything that normal black people
And there's also another myth that if two very fair people get married, they will have an albino. We know it's a myth, but we need you to confirm. Please, what are your parents' skin colors?
They're both dark.
So, and you know, get into the technical parts of it, because you do run a foundation on awareness.
Yes.
And, you know, also apart from just telling your story today, we would like to raise awareness, because I was going to ask the question earlier that why do you think people behave the way they behaved? One of the things probably was ignorance.
Yeah, ignorance.
And so today we want to debunk that myth and let people understand and be educated.
Yeah.
What is albinism?
Albinism is a genetic condition whereby we do not have the melanin. Melanin is the pigment that gives the color to your skin, your eyes, your hair. Basically, we just don't have that pigment that gives color to every other part of our body. That's all. That's what albinism is, simply for the layman to
Wasn't
understand.
something you did wrong in the past?
No.
Wasn't something
Your
your forefathers
It wasn't
did?
something my forefathers did. No. My parents did not have sex during the day. No.
They didn't
I cannot
curse your
cure
parents when they
HIV.
getting
No.
married.
Oh yes, that's
I did
another
not, they
myth.
didn't
They
curse
believe
my
that
parents.
in,
No.
I think it's in Malawi. I'm not quite sure, but somewhere there's a belief that to cure HIV, people have to sleep with
The
women
person living with albinism,
without,
yes.
without living
So
with
not all
albinism.
of that, because it's good for us to just. So your parents, are you sure your parents did not disobey their parents? In getting married?
Like, didn't your parents obey your parents?
And they're not outcasts.
No, they were not.
They were not. They didn't do something wrong. They didn't do something, rob someone of.
So in case you're watching
Just
now
a
and
disorder.
you've been thinking a lot of these things, all those are just myths. They are wrong.
Yes.
They are untrue, and these are living proof to tell you that you should change the way you think.
Yes.
Now let's talk about your achievements, your successes. Regardless of being living with albinism, regardless of the harsh condition in Lagos in the sun, you've been able to go through school. But first of all, in case you're watching, please feel free to call in, ask your questions, share your thoughts. And in case you're someone living with albinism as well, please call us and let us know what you would like to say to Onome and Susie. Now, beyond the challenges, the skin challenges, the sun challenges, you've been able to go through school, you've come out as graduates. And what do you think it has done additionally for you? The fact that you knew you were living with albinism. Did you think it was sort of a propelling factor that would have pushed you beyond what you would have normally done if you had melanin?
Nah, I don't think so for me.
Well, to me, at a point, I had to tell myself something. We were rejected, like people who they don't want to mingle with. If you don't want to mingle with me, I needed to find something that will make you want to find me. And you know what I had to do? I had to study more than my mates would study. And then when they'll say, oh, Susie is good in English, and we are not. You don't have a choice. Are you trying to avoid me? You will come and ask me, what is a pronoun? And I'll twist my noun. And I'll ask you a pronoun is. You don't have a choice. So for me, I had to believe in myself first, and I had to do extra work to make you understand that there is something in us that you can pick out. We're not dummies.
Okay.
We're good.
But
We
you
wanna
do
be-
realize that most of us are not dummies. Most
At
of us are
all.
overachievers. Most of us are very educated. Most of us are very brilliant because we're alone in school. We stay in front of the class, one
Yeah,
corner
close
with
to
our
the board.
glasses, not close to the board. As
Close
the
to
teacher
the
is
board.
talking, we're copying. Most of us we're lone wolves in a way.
So it's just like a phoenix. Out of the ashes, you rise to become something even greater. So in
Yeah.
terms of
Yeah,
using
because-
your disadvantage, seeming disadvantage,
Use it
to
to an
make yourself, to
advantage.
push yourself harder to even be a greater person.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. That's absolutely wonderful.
Now, in case I'm sitting close to them, so those of you at home might not be able to see, I can see on their hands like their fourth fingers both have rings. So apparently, the both of you are married.
Yes.
Okay, tell us, how are your spouses? How have your spouses been of help? With like, how did you meet them? First of all, I'm curious.
Yes.
How did you meet? I'd like to hear from
You go first.
I actually met Lolu at a party. We met at the party, and the first thing he said to me was, "Oh my God, you smell nice." And I was like, "Okay, thank you." And then we started talking and talking, and then he asked me out, and then we started dating. And that was, I remember everybody was so concerned that, "Oh my God, Onoms, are you sure? Is he the one? We want somebody that appreciates you and loves you." And I'm like, "You guys, cool down. Meet the boy first." Well, funny enough, my husband is my rock. After my mom, my husband, you should go on his Instagram page and see the whole.
I see.
And he
His
shows me
Instagram
up.
page because people would want
Lolu
to.
Majaro. That's his
Majaro,
Instagram page.
Majaro.
He's very proud of me. He's very supportive. He would hold my umbrella for me. He would buy me sunscreen. He would take care of me. When people are looking at me, he'll be like, "Why are you looking down? Baby, I start. Walk. I will hold your hand. Walk in front of me. Shine." He's like, "You have this figure. You're fine. You're this." And why are you shy?
And you have a baby. You don't even look like you've had a baby yet.
Yeah. So
When did
it's
you have your
quite
baby?
amazing. April 2nd. It's 2 months.
You just had a baby 2 months ago.
He's actually outside though. My
I
baby
will
is here.
definitely have to see your baby.
I can't wait to take pictures with him.
But and
gotta
your
look.
baby, was your baby born with albinism?
No, my baby is dark skin.
Just to
He's
confirm to people watching out there, because there's some people who have whose children are in a relationship with someone living albinism and they are concerned, "Oh my goodness,
give birth
these
to-
are the things." But it's great to see such a shining example in both of you, to see that you can live a normal life. You can live a life as long as you have a sound and solid support system.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
big
your
up,
partner has to
kudos
be
your
really
husband.
strong, because they will tell you, out out of all the girls in the
In the
world,
world.
even if you want to marry, why you no marry Oyibo? Why, of all people to marry is an albino? They kept asking him, are you sure? Are you sure? And then Lulu said to them, okay, apart from her complexion, fourth Onome, what is wrong with Onome? Meet her. And then tell me, if you can give me one other thing that is wrong with Onome, I won't date her.
Oh.
Really.
Yeah.
Okay, this is so, yeah, I was going to tell Susie, she wouldn't escape without telling us her story.
Oh, I actually met my husband, Chris, in, I was working with VW. I was customer service. And then he just came in, was walking opposite me. I'm like, how are you? I said, fine. Give me your number. I'm like, what's this? What's this now? Romantic. Please, I don't have a number. This jet age, you don't have a number. I want to collect your number. If you don't give me, I'll make a scene. And that was it.
Wow.
Like, and I had to give him a number because I was shy. Like, there are people around now. And he kept calling. He kept calling. It took me like 4 months. And I said, okay, let's go. And I knew it.
Here you are.
Yeah.
Ayo.
With a 1-year baby.
A 1-year-old baby.
Yeah, my baby is a year.
Ayo, we need to start being very conscious of giving some numbers out. Maybe they're too stingy with our numbers.
No, not stingy. I'm so, I'm so inspired and, really glad listening to your stories. And it's just great for us to, to hear what you have to say in terms of your family life. How supportive has your husband been? Because Onome has spoken about
yes,
the importance
in fact, he doesn't
having...
even see me as even being an albino. He's like, and he'll be like, Susie, are you really an albino? Oh, I'm just realizing. I beg Joe, and then like forget that. And mostly when we're in the car or anywhere we're walking, I'll be like, they're looking at you.
Exactly, they say that a lot.
Walk very well. Put your hair like this. Start walking. Smile now. And then there are times where we need to take a bus or a bike, and it's like, let's walk. Let's go and show superstar. I know he's superstar. He's writing autograph very soon, and I'm like,
that's beautiful. This is really, really beautiful.
Yeah, he's really proud of me.
Now, beyond
Seriously.
Nigeria, we know that, like we mentioned earlier, there are albinos outside Nigeria that are facing a lot of challenges. Does your foundation hope to link up with international foundations as well that support people living with albinism?
Yes, a lot of other foundations have reached our foundations in Spain, South Africa, Tanzania, Malawi. We're trying to do something to link up and spread the word. They're like, Onome, just because there are no killings in Nigeria yet, and like, no, please don't put the year, there'll be no killings. We try to exchange ideas, work on perception change together. No man is an island. We just like to compare notes, actually. That's what we do.
And your foundation, do you have meetings? Do you have regular meetings? Can people be part of your foundation?
Presently, no. It's just I run it with my hobby and some of the family. All I do is campaigns. All I would do is CSR, like sunscreens, umbrellas, educate the public about stereotypes, change misconceptions. Now I don't have albino members.
Okay, hold our thoughts first.
Okay.
We have a call from Ikorodu. Good afternoon, Dele. Hello, Dele. Good afternoon. We can hear you. Please speak up.
Yes. While I was growing up, hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So while I was growing up, I never...
Oh, unfortunately, we lost that one.
Please call back. We'd like to hear your comments
felt
or
like-
contribution before we wrap up.
I felt like Dele was going to say his personal experience of, knowing people who live with
Or
albinism.
his superstitious beliefs.
Yes,
maybe.
and I was going to ask you, because you told a fantastic story, but we know that the truth is that for many Nigerians living with albinism, this is not their reality.
Yeah.
How do you reach out to them, and how do you support people like that? Do you have that in the pipelines, and how do you encourage such people who are watching you right now?
First of all, I'm going to say if you're a person living with albinism, it starts from you. You have to love yourself. You have to be proud of who you are. Confidence shows. If you're not confident and if you don't love yourself, then people would rubbish you. Besides that, I have a lot of friends living with albinism, thanks to my foundation, thanks to my wedding, thanks to my kid. So I reach out. I have phone numbers. We chat on Facebook. You send me messages, I reply. You can send OAM a message, and I'm always there to reply. Like if an albino should go, oh, what soap should I use? I'll go, I can't name a specific soap, but don't use a medicated soap.
Yeah.
Or we have terrible problem with our sight. So I would always say, call this doctor, do that. I'm always there to give advice and to help, basically. That's why I started the foundation in the first place.
Okay, so if there are albinos that are watching you, we're giving some tips. Don't use medicated soap.
Always use an umbrella. Try and have a sunscreen. Use your glasses, really. Basically, and be proud of who you are. You have to love yourself.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
And what are your words to them?
Like she said, first of all, you have to love yourself. And that's the most challenges we have as albinos. I told her yesterday I was on the street and I saw somebody, an albino, coming, up in my opposite direction. And I was there waiting for him to just be like, hello, you see me. And the next day, just was, and I'm like, your fellow albino, you're not even, you've seen someone like yourself. They're just always timid and always in that shell that nobody loves me. Who says? Nobody loves you, you love yourself.
You would complete that conversation, but let's hear from Glory. Good afternoon, Glory. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Please turn down the volume of your TV sets.
Glory, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
I want to speak to Onome. I so much love.
Okay, they can hear you. Go ahead. Okay, we might not be able to take any more calls, but please, next time you want to call, turn down the volume of your TV set before you call, and then you can communicate properly. You were saying we were talking about self-esteem.
Yes, it's our major challenge. And if we can do that, I tell them, I say, yeah, we're talking to the public. Let's talk to ourselves too. You see an albino person when I was in camp, and then if there were so many activities to do, even though you're not going to march under the sun, we had acting, we had dancing. Oh, I love dancing. I love singing. I love doing everything you can think of. Good. And I'm like, my fellow albino, like, let's go and dance. So they will laugh at me. I'm like, what?
Because we feel like everyone is staring us and judging us and looking. And it's the truth. Look, if I walk into a place, you have to look at me. In my mind, I'm like, okay, everybody's looking at me, but then I would walk shoulder high, but not everybody knows how to do that. Because let's be honest, parents, it starts from you. I have a friend. Can you imagine that her mother will lock her up? I was my mother's handbag. My mother cannot go out without me. But her parents will lock her up and she would have visitors will come and they will tell her, go and hide in the room, don't come out.
You complete the story for us, but let's hear from Maxwell from Lekki. Good afternoon, Maxwell.
Hello.
Hello, Maxwell.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I just want to speak to Onome, and I really like her call, her complexion.
Thank you.
And I want to know, what's so special about you, Albinism? What's so special about you, Albinism?
Sorry, what did you say?
What's so special about
Albino?
it?
What is special about Albino? What's so special about you, Albinism? What's so special about you?
Okay, so what is special? Yeah, okay, we did speak about that, Maxwell, and I'm sure we'll do a recap before we go. I think they just want to understand what makes you distinct in terms of you mentioned already the fact that you cannot expose yourself to the sun for too long. Your eyes, you have to be quite careful. So just for people to be mindful of this. So great question, Maxwell, because we spoke about that before, and we will, still touch on it because some people need to, we said it's about raising awareness. It's about letting people know.
So so if you can quickly give a recap as to the melanin.
So, the melanin.
I think that's part of what he's asking.
Oh, Maxwell, the difference between you and I, because I'm guessing you're dark skinned, is melanin. Melanin, we do not have melanin, and melanin is the pigment that gives color to your skin, to your hair, and to your eyes. That's all. So if I had melanin, I'll be like, ha.
Is it only Africans that don't have melanin?
Oh my God, albinism is everywhere in the world. US, Canada, South Africa, Malawi, Tanzania, Spain, you name it, they're albinos.
There are lots of white people that are albinos.
Yes.
You were saying something about parents supporting, because that's really important.
Yes.
You mentioned that the way parents handle, and sometimes, again, going back to the ignorance factor, some people in trying to protect their children do more harm than good. You spoke about the woman who was saying, oh, go because people will laugh at you. Maybe they didn't want the child to feel somehow, but you're talking about how the fact that your mom showed you off helped you a lot.
Yes.
So to talk to parents of children with albinos, what can they do to support their children to have that self-esteem?
You need to be proud of your kids. You need to show your kids love. You need to say, look, I'm proud of you. You can do everything. You can do anything. The only thing parents need to do is protect your kids from sun and insects. But if you're like, oh, go and hide in the room, I will be timid. If you don't show me love, if you can't take me out, if you're not proud of me, how would Ayo be proud to have me as a friend?
Exactly.
When you yourself, that you gave me life, you gave birth to me, you're not proud of me. And it's really annoying because a lot of parents do that.
Oh, interesting. Thank you very, very much. This has been a very enlightening conversation. I cannot wait to meet your son after the show.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we have been speaking with Onome Akinlolu Majaro of the OAM Foundation and Avwara Suzy. We'll be wrapping up the show shortly, but Ayo, what do we have today in history?
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.